Hello, magnificent human beings. So, welcome back. It's time for the Pre-Shavasana section. So, go ahead and lay down on your back on your mat. So, we'll get more into Shavasana actually in the next series. But I call this a pre-Shavasana series because here you are in Shavasana, just chilling. And so really in this posture, you're just laying here on your back. And again, in the next section, I'll talk a little bit more about exactly what it means to just be here chilling on your back. But so before you get into Shavasana, there's typically a few postures that you do on your back. So the first one, well, it may be the first one in some classes. It could be the fifth one in others. Again, like I said, not all of this is written in stone per se. So, but wind removing is the name. So yes, I know it's called wind removing, and it is kind of a funny name for the posture, but really it actually aids in your digestion. So interlace your fingers at the top of your shin and then seek to guide your knee in towards your midline. And you really should be relaxing all the muscles in your body except for your biceps. So this foot down here, relax it. This foot, relax it. Everything else but your biceps. And you bring your knee in towards your midline. And of course, breathe. Now, you're going to notice that your breathing is shortened a little bit because you're pulling this knee in towards your midline here. And that is totally normal. So you'll typically stay here for anywhere from, 10 seconds to a full minute, depending on the class. But you really just want to squeeze that knee on in. And you gently release on down. So that was the first part. And then the next part is to bring both knees on up and squeeze those knees on in. Again, relaxing everything else but your biceps. And for some folks, you can actually wrap those elbows around, but you notice if you do this, your low back might end up lifting off. So if you can grab for opposite elbows and leave your low back on the ground, that's fine. Otherwise, just grabbing at the top of your shins and pulling those knees in. So go ahead and drop those knees on down and back into Shavasana, and then left knee comes on up and you finish out the series. So squeezing that knee on in. And again, this posture really helps to aid in, your digestive system and helps give those inner organs a little love as well. So. And release on down. Shake it out. Move around. Very good. So another great posture in your pre-Shavasana series is happy baby. So bring those knees on up and you grab for the outside edges of your feet. But if you notice, your elbows are in the inside of your knees. So this is happy baby, just hanging out, just chilling. And you'll actually feel the stretch in your hamstrings a little bit here. So you can kind of go about Happy Baby one of two ways. One is kind of a nice rocking back and forth to help release some tension in that low back and just chill. But you can also stay stationary and give a gentle pull on those feet. So you want to leave your low back on the ground, and the more you pull on these feet, you'll feel it pretty quick, is that you get that opening in your hips. So, and go ahead and release on down. And then another good posture is a gentle pose or butterfly. So you simply bring the soles of your feet together and then let your knees drop on out. Your hands can be up overhead or down by your side, really wherever you like. So, as always, taking a few breaths. Very good. Using those hands to maybe push those knees back up. So leave your knees bent and then placing your hands palm down here on the mat. Getting set up for bridge pose. So palms down on the mat, and then maybe you can kind of tuck your shoulder blades in just a little bit, doing this weird waddle thing on the mat. And so from here, you lift your hips on up into bridge. So again, if you have to waddle your shoulder blades in a little bit, go ahead. So here's the tip in bridge. Do not look left or right. Keep your eye gaze straight up. I mean, you can, with your eyeballs, you can look left or right, but don't turn your neck at all. Keep your neck nice and straight, because this can be kind of intense on those cervical vertebrae, so you don't want to tax them anymore. So you seek to inhale, big belly, exhale it on down. And release on down. Legs come on down as well. Back into your Shavasana. And those are some of the basic postures in our Pre-Shavasana series. So that's about it for this portion. Next video is our Shavasana. So go ahead and hang out. I'm sure the autoplay will kick it on over to the next video in a second. So thanks so much, and I'll see you in a minute.